Match of the day. That's every score of the match, every passage of play, even every foul. And what a game that we have to start on this afternoon's National Football League final between Dublin and Kildare. Well, that's the format for this summer. The big game of the day featured in detail here on the programme. But naturally, we won't be ignoring the other
I live in Navan. I'm married here to Patricia and we have 2 children. And I work in St Patrick's Classical School, which is an all-boys school in the town.
A pass intended for Tony Nation, cut out by David Beggy. Forward to Colm O'Rourke. Once again he's through. Once again it's dangerous. Bernard Flynn. It's outside by the goalkeeper. But this time it's in. It's the goal by Colm O'Rourke. Towards David Beggy. It breaks for Colm O'Rourke. Beggy moves out of his way and O'Rourke chips it over for his 3rd point. Colm O'Rourke winding himself up for this sideline kick. Delightfully struck, beautifully put over the bar. Well, he's always good for a point or two in a match.
I've been living in Navan now for 10 years, but I've still continued to play with my own home club, which is Screen. And it's a rural club on the Dublin side of Navan. And ironically enough, we haven't won any championships, and we have been beaten by Navan O'Mahony's in 4 finals in the 1980s. So I suppose it would have paid off in championship terms if I had joined up the local club, but I still would prefer to stick with my own home club, where I spent all my time and where I played all my underage football. I have 7 older brothers and who were all very keen on football, so it filtered down through the family, and I always seemed to be kicking a ball around. I think I drove my father wild. I would never do anything else at home on the farm, so I spent all my time kicking around, and then I started playing with Screen at underage level, and I've made the natural progression like most people do, I suppose, from club ranks up to underage with the Meath minors, and then eventually onto the Meath senior team. In any player's career, the big ambition is to win an All-Ireland medal, and I have been fortunate enough to be around when Meath won 2 All-Irelands in 87 and 88. And I suppose for any player to win their first All-Ireland medal is probably the biggest achievement of their lives. Well, I think I got as much enjoyment from the colleges scene this year as probably playing at any time myself. And even though it was a disappointment, it was our first time to win a Leinster Championship at senior level, and these lads that we have had now have put us on the football map. So I think when they reflect back on it after a while, they'll realise how great an achievement they've had this year. It's very disappointing winning or losing any All-Ireland. I know that myself from last year. But life goes on, and lads will bounce back, and these fellas are going to be the base of great Meath teams of the future. I'm quite sure of that.
What are the other outstanding memories you have? I presume the Australian trip was also something special.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. The Australian trip in '86 was a fantastic experience under Kevin Heffernan, and I think it was the closest thing that I could get to being a professional footballer for a month, and it was a great experience, and it's something that all the players who have been there will always remember. And it's the same thing with the lads who were there last year. For them as well, it was a fantastic experience.
And ambitions left in football? Are there any?
Well, just to beat Dublin on the 2nd of June would be the first thing, and then go on and win the Leinster title again.
Mind you, if Meath do beat Dublin on June the 2nd, I think we'll be looking for a new football analyst. However, he is here with us tonight, and I'll be talking to him later. But this programme, of course, is all about football action, so let's get right to it. And what a contrast